Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Now, everyone's been talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it. This crazy freaking One Piece chapter. I'm gonna start. I'm not really gonna do a summary because pretty much everyone knows what happened. I'll nitpick here and there of what went down in this chapter. Now, I'm gonna start off with the beginning. Now, regardless what Bellamy Kobe said, this is my point of view on Bellamy and what happened to him in this chapter. I'm sorry, man. Here's the problem. The problem is Bellamy has too much respect for Doflamingo, and he has his own principles and pride. And that's the problem. You see, Bellamy needs to stop. Because his pride and principles are going to get him killed. I mean, that's my whole point about the Bellamy situation. And pretty much, you know what happened. I think we pretty much know what happens. Dillinger comes in, he tries to kill him, and Bartolomeo stops it. And then they go around and they bump into Luffy and that whole bit. And even he's telling him, he's like, I have my principles. Like, I won't betray Doflamingo. I'm like, Doflamingo betrayed you. I will give Bellamy that. Out of everything, he's still able to go with Doflamingo. Holy shit, man. You know, power to you, but see, the thing is, it's going to get yourself killed. It's going to get yourself killed. Because obviously Doflamingo wanted you dead. Unbelievable. But anyway, we had that part, and we had, Bartolomeo, the fanboy. Luffy's all time bar, That was funny. But then we had the middle part, which I really liked, when we have Toy Soldier with Usopp, Robin and Frankie, and the dwarves. And here's what really interests me about this chapter. I don't think a lot of people notice this. The Easter eggs. This one page, page 7. Major Easter eggs. On the very bottom, he's explaining the plan. Toy Soldier. You see on the right side of that poster he puts over the board, Ace. And even in the word Operation Dressrosa, S-O-P, think of the word Sabo, S-O-P. That in itself was a huge Easter egg. And Oda just threw it right out there. And very little people noticed it. But that's my thoughts on that. That was shocking. And I'm giving this a 4.5. And the reason is obviously towards the end when we reveal this person. He was obviously sudden. And I'm not going to fanboy over this chapter and say, best of the year. But I am going to say it was a massive chapter. Now, we get the explanation from Toy Soldier about who is the devil fruit user, who's pointing people to toys. Actually, I'm surprised about it, but not that surprised. Because no someone said, oh, it's Senor Pink. Wrong. I totally called it out in last night's live stream on that. On Tuesdays. And this was kind of surprised, but I kind of had a feeling. Because when you think about toys, you think kids. And that's sort of who this person was. And she was shown during the Punk Hazard arc, briefly, when we went to, Dressrosa. And her codename is Sugar, and she's under Treble. He is basically protecting her, and basically the story about her power is that when you consume this fruit, you cease to age. And I believe this is the only devil fruit at the moment that is able to do this, which blew me away, like, wow. And I believe they call it the Hobby no Mi. The Hobby no Mi. And basically when she touches you, you turn into a toy. And basically they have to knock her out in order to, stop this effect, to bring back everyone who would turn into toys to their regular human state. And basically Toy Soldier is basically going on about they don't know what's going to happen when this happens. When it happens, everyone's memories will be returned, everyone will be back to a human form, and it's going to turn everything upside down, pretty much. Then after that, we went back to Luffy. And he's running around, and he, like I said, bumped into, the whole thing with, and they were going on with the underground area that they were going to go into and save everyone from the factory, and so on and so forth. And it was kind of, it was a good explanation. Good explanation by, Toy Soldier to explain this. It was funny. Usopp was like, this part is just a little girl that I'll lead the way. Usopp. Then we go back inside the Coliseum, and I told you about the whole thing with Bellamy and the whole thing. Now, he says, I won't trade Doflamingo and stuff. And basically, Luffy's going on about he's got to protect his Nakama, so he has to abandon the whole Mirror no Mi. And both of them say, oh, waiting for you. And we get this strange figure. This is where it happens. And this strange figure says, I can't let you have the Mirror no Mi, Straw Hat Luffy. This person comes in, and, Bellamy does this thing with saying, how can you talk to Luffy Senpai like that? That tone, that man is the brother of the Legacy Fire Fist Ace, future Spider King. And he says, I already know that. And we get a little scene with Rebecca, and he reveals himself to Luffy, and Luffy is appalled and shocked. And after that scene, we get him walking away with Zoro, cleverly disguised Zoro, Kinemon, and Luffy as animals by courtesy of Kinemon. And he's crying, he's bawling his eyes out, and he's like, oh, why are you, so on and so forth, why are you crying? He's like, I'll save Trafalgar Law and whip Mingo's ass. And he's like, is it really okay? He's like wondering why he's crying and everything. And then we get another scene. Now, obviously the person, it's not a surprise. We see the scene where this person shows up, and you see a top hat in the background. And this is the reason why I didn't really go too far with this chapter, where I was really blown away by it. But it's so far away. Obviously, Oda did that for a reason. He didn't want to spoil too much. But obviously, it is Sabo. Then we get another scene. Now, this confused the hell out of me. Kahlua. Kahlua? Koala. Koala. She is the one who was with, now this blew me away, that Oda came back and brought this out. She was with Tigerfish. Remember that girl that they found and everything? So she joined the Revolutionaries, and she brings up Robin. And I was actually like, and then it came to me, obviously. She obviously was with Robin during the time skip, when Robin was at Tequila Wolf, and she bumped into the Revolutionaries. So she knows Koala. Now, here's the real question. Did Robin meet Sabo? Personally, I don't know. That is way out of proportion. And that's really crazy. Because if she met... But then again, she doesn't know... She didn't know that was Sabo and that Sabo knew Luffy. It's mind-blowing. But yeah, she's basically talking to Sabo on the phone. Well, who's supposed to be Sabo. Saying she wants to meet Robin again and so on and so forth. And Sabo saying he thought he thought he was going to punch him or something. And Kalula's like, "Are you crying?" And he's like, "No, I ain't crying." You know, it was kind of funny. And she's like saying to him, "Even if you were there, would it have made a difference? Nobody could have possibly know the answer to that." What she's referring there is probably Ace's death. It is mostly closely to that point. So after that scene, and he's saying to her, "Contact me when you get to the confirmation of the situation underground. Either way, Ace's mirror no me will be mine." And he says his will be the ones who inherit it. Will be the ones who inherit it. And then Luffy's like saying, I can't believe he's still alive. I thought he died back then. I really thought that he was dead. And we see 3 sake cups on a stool at Ace's gravesite. And that man, could he really be? And that's where the chapter ends. Now, overall, this was a great chapter. I was really interested. The really main points. The Bellamy thing, yeah. But the really main points that were really important, I think, in this chapter was the middle and the end. But more importantly, the end with Sabo and Kalula. Because koala. I can't even say that. Koala. Yeah, koala. With Koala and Sabo. If Koala knows Robin, it blew my mind that. Because I'm thinking here, did Robin meet Sabo? Personally, it's anybody's guess. Because Robin still, from Fishman Island to Punk Hazard, even till now, hasn't said anything to Luffy about what she did during the time skip. She hasn't said anything. So I think that's really important about this chapter. That really, really just blew my mind. So the ending was great. True. But the middle was good too. I thought the middle and the ending was really good. Listen, the thing about Bellamy, and I don't want to go on a tear here. I give Bellamy one prop. Bellamy Kobe. Listen, man. I give him this props. He knows that this guy, Doflamingo, who he admires, pretty much betrayed him during this spot and has the gall to say, I have to follow my principles. That takes major determination. I know everyone's going to say, he's fodder. True, he's fodder. To some extent, people are going to say that. Personally, I think, I don't call him fodder. I just call it man, it's just a dumb decision. It's just a dumb decision to just go ahead and follow this man who obviously betrayed you. But you're just going to still go. And you know where this leads. Leads to your death. It's just really sad for Bellamy, But overall, still, we got the identity of who is this devil fruit user who's turning people into toys. We got that. And we got this crazy revelation at the end. Now, I would say the revolutionaries, I'm not sure if I can honestly put a lot of more people coming. We only got 2 revolutionaries here. We got this identity of this person who pretty much everyone knows. It's Sabo. And Koala. It's hard to say. We got Koala and we got Sabo, who are part of the revolutionaries. And she obviously learned, Fishman karate from when she was, I guess, with them. Yeah, Fishman and Tiger. And during that whole scene. So it's kind of interesting. Well, and here's the reason why I give it a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5 is because of Oda, and we said Kubo, Oda, just bringing back characters that were gone. Like, he brought back a person who was supposed to be dead. That blows your mind. And somebody who was in a flashback. That was really a real ringer for me. Those two things and the thing with the identity of the Devil Fruit user who turned into toys. But overall, great chapter of One Piece. Not going to give it a 5 out of 5 for certain reasons. But say that this might be the start. This would be the start of something massive. Massive. So, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Rate, comment, subscribe. You know the story. One Piece chapter. Holy crap, was this awesome. Unbelievable. After this, I'll get into Bleach. Bleach was just as good. Not as good as One Piece, but just as good. So, look forward to that. I'm Bankai 922. I will see you guys later. Oh my god. Sabo. Holy shit. I'll see you guys later. Peace.